Ever crack open a novel or story and find yourself confused about who's doing what? I try not to be pedantic when working with an author through substantive language edits at the sentence level. Maintaining the author's voice and style is important, as is maintaining specific vocal cadences and dialects for reader immersion and believability. Within the ever changing world of grammar and common usage, I know enough to know I can't possibly know all the things. So I keep a general humbleness about me, a willingness to be incorrect. But even I have my limits, and I draw a line at ambiguous pronoun antecedent pairs. Those little buggers hiding in your story may make the difference between reader immersion and reader confusion. Many folks in the United States, even readers, struggle with reading comprehension. According to the American Public Media, about 130 million American adults have low literacy skills. While there are many reasons for low literacy and reading comprehension struggles, you can help your future readers by making sure that your story is clear, that your readers know what is happening and to or because of whom, so they can remain in your story and enjoy it all the way through. And one simple way to clarify your story for readers is making sure that each pronoun you use clearly links back to an antecedent noun. A pronoun is a word that replaces a previously written or stated noun, such as he, she, they, it, or that. An antecedent is the noun the replacement pronoun represents, like Bobby, Susan, the students, a table, a tree. Here are some examples of pronouns in action, along with their corresponding antecedents. Kelsey is here and she isn't happy, where Kelsey is the antecedent noun and she her pronoun. The maple tree is losing its leaves, where maple tree is the antecedent noun and it's the pronoun. If pronouns and their antecedents seem straightforward, that's because they can be. However, when there are multiple antecedent nouns, reading comprehension can become strained. My best friend had a strained relationship with his brother, Sean, which he talked about in therapy. In this example, the reader may be unsure whether my best friend or Sean talked about the strained relationship in therapy because the pronoun he could speak to either person. The yellow group and the purple group differed in that they preferred quiet time. In this example, the reader may not know whether the yellow group or the purple group preferred quiet time, since they can be assigned to either. So how can you locate antecedent pronoun pairs that may cause reader confusion? Finding the unclear antecedent pronoun pairs in your story isn't as straightforward as using Control F to find all of the instances of he, she, they, or it. The process of finding unclear antecedent pronoun pairs, though, once you become comfortable with it, will show you immediate ways to clarify and uplevel your writing. And there are many words used as pronouns in writing that may slip under the proverbial radar if you're not careful. There are several types of pronouns, from personal pronouns, demonstrative pronouns, interrogative pronouns, relative pronouns, indefinite pronouns, relative pronouns, reflexive pronouns, and intensive pronouns. In personal pronouns, we have subject pronouns such as I, you, he, she, it, we, you, and they. Object pronouns including me, you, him, her, it, us, you, and them. And possessive pronouns like mine, yours, his, hers, its, ours, yours, and theirs. Demonstrative pronouns include this, these, that, and those. Interrogative pronouns include who, whom, which, and what. Relative pronouns include who, whom, that, which, whoever, whichever, and whomever. Indefinite pronouns include all, another, any, anybody, anyone, anything, each, everybody, everyone, everything, few, many, nobody, none, one, several, some, somebody, and someone. Reflexive pronouns include myself, yourself, himself, herself, ourselves, yourselves, themselves. Intensive pronouns include myself, yourself, himself, herself, ourselves, yourselves, and themselves. Some of the pronoun antecedents will be clear right away. Readers will connect the I to the pronouns my and myself pretty quickly. But when your story contains multiple characters or items sharing pronouns, readers will need a clear connection to assign the pronoun to the correct antecedent noun. When revising your story, look for examples of pronouns in your story and rewrite the sentences if necessary to make sure the corresponding pronoun is clear. When revising your story, elevate reading comprehension by rewriting any sentence with an unclear pronoun antecedent pair. Before, I provided two examples. My best friend had a strained relationship with his brother, Sean, which he talked about in therapy. And the yellow group and the purple group differed in that they preferred quiet time. So let's rewrite these two sentences for clarity. My best friend talked about his strained relationship with his brother, Sean, in therapy. Now, readers will know that my best friend talked about the relationship in therapy. Sean is the object of the conversation. The yellow group preferred quiet time, which differed from the purple group. Often, a pronoun's antecedent noun is in the same sentence, like in the prior examples. Sometimes, though, the antecedent noun is located a bit earlier in the paragraph, which makes discovery a slow and steady process. Samantha picked up the discarded notebook. Townspeople were all around the meeting room, some standing and pointing, shouting, and the air was thick and warm. The chime dinged to call order, and the board president straightened his tie. Still, Samantha wanted order, and it made the floor look messy. In this example, by the time the reader gets to the it pronoun, there are many antecedent nouns to which it may be attributed. The meeting room, the air, the chime, the president's tie. All of these possibilities may trip up the reader who may forget about that discarded notebook. To close the possible confusion gap, put the antecedent noun a bit closer to the pronoun. Townspeople were all around the meeting room, some standing and pointing, shouting, and the air was thick and warm. The chime dinged to call order, and the board president straightened his tie. Samantha picked up the discarded notebook. It made the floor look messy. Readers are more likely to understand your pronouns when the pronouns are close to the words they represent. When revising your story for clarity, look at your pronouns, where they are in relation to their antecedent nouns, and whether there are any mischievous extra nouns worming their ways into your sentences and paragraphs, and rewrite them to reduce reader confusion. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and share, and subscribe to get writing advice delivered to your inbox each week. Happy writing!